trading is an act of buying and selling. Okay, this is how basic we're gonna get. It's an act of buying financial instruments like currencies, stocks. So these are the things that are available in PU Prime. You guys can trade stocks, currencies, commodities, metals, crypto, right, to make profit. And this is very different than investing and trading. Although similar idea, it's totally different. Because in investing, you guys are focused more on long term. Okay? Focus more on long term. In trading, it's a very short term, profit driven. The goal in trading is to capitalize on the price movement. Okay? Whether that's big or small movement, the idea is to generate profit from those movements. Okay? And the other thing is like knowing when to enter, knowing how to enter. Like, are you gonna go for a buy? You're gonna go for a sell, right? And having like a target on the chart. What are the appropriate target? What are my pips? You know that I should target. So, and the assets that you guys can trade are forex, indices, crypto, commodities. So for crypto is the only thing that's different from the rest because crypto is open 24/7. Okay, so those are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then the rest are open Monday to Friday, 5 days a week. Okay, the main thing that we trade is gold in our community, but there's gonna be other educators sending signals with other pairs. Okay, so what moves the market? So this is super important to know. As you guys can see, this week gold has been pushing higher and higher every single day. Every single session we have an all-time high, and the main reason there is because of Trump. Like all the wars that's going on in the states, whether that's global or whether that's like in the states alone, it directly affects what you're trading, especially if it's hedging with USD. Because if you guys don't know, if the US dollar, if the value of the US dollar drops, gold goes up. It's the other way around. Okay? If there's war, it creates fear in the market, which means people lose value on the USD. So they tend to buy more stocks, they tend to buy more commodities, metals. Okay. So economic news and data, these are the interest rate, inflation. So we have one coming up next Wednesday.
FOMC.
Yeah. FOMC. So that's what we like to trade if you want to gamble. So those are gamble trading pretty much. But yeah, so interest rate, if they do an interest rate cut or if they increase the interest rate, it highly affects gold. And then chart patterns, so those are the technical levels which things set is gonna go through. And then major institution decisions. These are banks, hedge funds, firms, big firms. So these are the things that moves the market. And then who trades in the forex market? So we have banks again, financial institution, hedge funds. So these are what we call, I know you guys probably heard it from Brand, SMC concept, smart money concept. So these are the smart money, like the big people. So what I always, like the analogy that I always use is the stock market is like a big ocean, okay? You have big whales. Big whales are the banks, right? So you are just a surfer of the ocean. You just wait for the right wave to ride. There's going to be wave every single time, every single hour, every single day, which means there's always opportunity that you can ride. But waiting for that perfect wave to ride is what's gonna give you the most profit. You don't have to ride every single wave. Like every signals that we get, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, you don't need to like be FOMO whenever you miss a signal. Because there's always gonna be signal every single minute, every single hour. So you're there as a trader. Like your job as a trader is to just wait. Like be patient for the right wave. But before that, you must learn how to surf first, of course, which what we're gonna go through. So who also trades in the market is us. So we are called retail traders because we don't, well, I guess me, I don't have that much capital. I don't want you guys to start. So retail traders like us, so we're here to just basically learn how to surf, learn how to ride, learn how to wait for the perfect wave. But that's what's exciting about trading is that we can participate on the same market that the big players do. Okay. So when to trade. So this is one of the key things to note. So we have 4 major trading sessions. Okay. So the first one is Sydney, which opens the market. So this is Alberta time, so 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. And then followed by Tokyo session. So this is the Asia session combined pretty much. So Tokyo session, I used to trade Tokyo before when I was working 12 hours a shift because this is the only session I'm available to trade. Because I work 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. So I learned how to trade gold in Tokyo session, which is, as you guys know, compared to New York, it's a lot slower. Okay. So when Sydney closes, that's when London opens, which is higher volume, lots of manipulation. It basically prepares what New York will do, pretty much. So, and then lastly, we have New York. Okay. So New York opens at 6 a.m. So I now start trading New York, and this is great for big moves. Okay, because we get news mostly in New York. We rarely get news during Asia session. So when you are trading London, like D trades, the guy that's sending signal, he trades London to New York. So he gets to see what's gonna happen to New York, like on New York session, because basically London prepares New York, especially when there's news. It gives you a little bit of some sentiments or hints on what potentially gold will do in New York. Okay, I just use gold because mainly we all trade gold here. So, any question that you guys have? Yeah, go ahead.
As for beginners, is there any sessions that's like suited for beginners, or just to like have a slow pace, or just to get to know the field, something like that?
So, I'd say for beginners, I think yeah, Asia session. But what I always say is that just trade on what you are most available with.
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter because when you are brand new, your goal is to focus on that session alone, not jumping into every session because they all have different behavior. Yeah. Right. Different volume. So if you're more available in the evening, I'll say focus on Asia, and then you'll find gold to move slower, but you'll find a better setup. Right. You'll find setup in New York, but it's gonna be fast. It's quick. I think it's double the speed majority of the time. Okay. And then types of traders. So if you guys know, there are 4 different types of traders. The first one are the scalpers. So these people hold their trades for like minutes to seconds. Okay. And then the rest are day traders. Majority of traders in Primeverse are day traders. They hold their trades for minutes, like hours. As long as you don't hold your trade overnight, you're considered as day trader. And then swing trader are the people that hold their trades for multiple days and weeks. Okay. And then lastly, these are the position traders, so they're pretty much investors. They hold their trades for like weeks to months, even a year. So I know some guy that hold, yeah, Mark is one of them. He hold gold for the whole week. That's why he got that massive withdrawal. So he was still trading scalp, but like he held one of the trades for like the whole week. So how to place trades? So we have 4 different types of orders. One is market order or market execution. Second is limit order. So majority of the time what you guys will see on the signals are market and limit. But 80% mostly are limit. And lastly, we have like stop order, which is, for some people it's a little bit confusing to explain. So let's dive deeper. So market execution is you're basically buying it at the exact price. So if gold price right now is trading at 4,000, if you want to buy, you just hit buy on your MetaTrader 5 or hit sell if you're selling. Okay, that's market execution. So with limit, it's the other way around. So let's say gold is trading at 4,000 right now. You want to set up buy limit because you saw a setup trading, let's say 3,500, 3,500. You can place a buy limit right now. 3,500, put your stop loss, put your TP. Okay, that's limit order. You're buying it at a lower price. With sell limit, it's the opposite. So if gold is at 4,000 right now, you're selling it at, let's say, 4,500. You're basically waiting for gold to hit 4,500 and then sell it at a premium. We call it premium, at a higher price. Okay. So any question before we move on? I see you went on that. Makes sense.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is where you put a buy limit, sell limit on your MetaTrader 5. Okay. And then lastly, we have a buy stop. So with buy stop, so we see gold just keep creating all-time high. Like I bet you guys when we open the market next week, you can just put a buy stop, like basically if this is the current price of gold right now, just put a buy stop above it, it'll just shoot up. Like then that's what buy stop means. You're buying it at a higher price. It doesn't make sense, right? So you're basically waiting for it to have a breakout, right? So gold, whenever it shoots up, it just shoots up non-stop. So, but majority of traders, they wait for that little retracement to go back, right? To buy here, but no, like sometimes they don't.
Or you put a buy stop at a previous high, so it.
Exactly, previous high, or you sell it at the previous low, right? So any question on the buy stop, sell stop? It's way
It's good for momentum.
It's better if we go on the chart. So let's go. Alright, right here. Here's a good example. Let's delete everything. Can you guys see the chart properly? A little bit. Alright, so for buy stop, this is how it works. So let's say we mark out the previous highs. So we have, these are the all-time highs pretty much, the two previous high. So right now gold is like attempting to go around that area and create a new high. So what you can do is you can place a buy stop here. Right there. Your stop loss probably here. And since we are around 4967, most likely psychological numbers is 5,000. It's very close. So all you have to do is like basically wait for the market to get close around the all-time high, previous high, and you can place a buy stop. So this is the current price. Buy stop is placing a buy order at a higher price. So basically you just wait for it to. There you go. That's the buy stop. Your buy stop is activated. Does that make sense now?
So then, like, what's the difference between like setting a buy limit but at a higher like price?
So with buy limit, you cannot set up at a higher price.
Oh, so it's only.
It always on the
oh,
reversal.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So buy limit is something like this, where let's say for example, let's just use this as an example. Buy limit is something like this. So this is our previous high. And then you have like an order block and fair value gap right here. So you can place a buy limit here. Setting up a buy limit at a lower price because this is your current price. Okay? This is your stop loss. This is your full target right here. So you just wait for the market to come to you, to come to your entry. There you go. Tap your entry. And then you just ride the momentum to go up. There you go. And full TP from there. So that's buy limit. Make sense, other people? Okay. So let's move on. That's the buy limit and the buy stop. I know it's confusing. Nobody used buy stop. I don't know if anybody used actually buy stop.
I use blue.
On the news, yeah. you can use it on the news, yeah. So trading terminology: bullish, uptrend, bearish, downtrend. If you heard someone or see a long signal, it means buy. Short signal means sell. And then stop loss, which is everybody's favorite. Right? You're not stop loss, and then TP. So stop loss is something that I always. The other word I use is safety exit. Because before I used to trade with no stop loss. Who else trades here with no stop loss? Yeah. So I also call this as your safety exit, which means if you enter a trade and it's a losing trade, it's your safety option to prevent your account from getting liquidated. Okay. TP is just your take profit. So if you're copying a signal, make sure to put both. So if you get busy, if you ended up driving, your account is safe. And then partial close, who Who used partial close here?
I was wondering how you do that.
How do we do this?
Yeah.
Partial close.
Like, is that like the same as like when you layer, or is it like very different?
It's very different. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very different. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. We'll go through some example here. So trading stop loss. Anybody use trading stop loss? No. Okay. We'll use that later on. I'll show you guys how to do that. So break even. Okay, this is super important because I remember when I started trading, I didn't listen to my so-called mentor because this was from the previous company. So I was trading with demo and I ended up growing that demo. So I was so tempted to go live with my account. So I deposited $100. Turned that $100 to $900 in 4 days. Okay, and then I lost that in one night. That $900. So what I did on the very last day was I took a trade. So I was up probably $400. I took a screenshot instead of taking profit. Like what everybody does. Right? You take screenshot instead of take profit. So I took a screenshot, send it to the person, the mentor, right? I flexed it, hey bro, this live account, right? And then I woke up the next day and zero.
Liquidated.
And then the guy was like, you didn't take partial, you didn't do break even? What is break even? Oh, he was like, you didn't BE? I was like, what is BE?
Yeah.
That's a different company. I was like, no, that's break even. I was like, yeah, I lost everything. So if you don't know how to do a break even, so this is what we do. Right? So this is your entry point. Okay, that's your entry. And then let's say set send the signal and it's already 50% close to your full take profit. What you can do is you can just put your stop loss to your entry point. As simple as that. That's BE.
Wow.
Right? That's break even. So to take partial, it's actually I have to share my MetaTrader 5 to do that. But yeah, and then trailing stop loss is basically you're just moving your stop loss. Let's say this is your stop loss, and this is TP3, right? And what you can do instead of putting it to BE, you want to secure profits. You can just drop down to 1 minute. This is a tip if you wanna do. This is a good example. If you want to trail stop loss, drop down to 1 minute. It gives you a better strategy. I'll show you this. So for example, this is our stop loss right here. This is our entry. That's our full take profit. So you can drop down to 1 minute and let the market run. This is, for example, your stop loss. You can just keep following the previous 1 minute candle, either body or wick, right? That's what I do with my trading stop loss. I just follow, let's say this is the next candle, I just put it on the previous wick of the previous candle or previous body, right? So that in case it is